Jordan Jjarrell, and this digital story is based on the film The City of God, written and directed by Fernando Mireles and Katia Lund. I will admit I'm not much of a foreign film viewer because it is hard to focus on the cinematography aspect of the film and read the subtitles at the same time. I didn't realize I was experiencing dubbing until I noticed that the characters seemed to say one thing and do another. For example, in this film, when the kids are seen talking in an alleyway, it is clear that those are not their real voices. Even the subtitles are off. This leads not just me, but the audience to think that something is out of place or out of sync with the film. Sometimes I even stopped watching a couple of these films because the voiceovers were so bad. When I was younger, I used to watch a lot of cable television. A majority of the shows that had subtitles I didn't even attempt to watch. I mainly watch shows like wrestling, which brings me to my next point. If you notice that whenever somebody gets hit during a wrestling match, that the camera angle changes almost instantly. Similar to dubbing in Brazilian culture, what your eyes are being shown on screen is a visual story that is being portrayed by actors. Cultural dubbing is kind of like wrestling because a lot can go wrong, like bad acting, bad editing, and bad choice of voice. The last thing you want to do is confuse the audience. I started noticing that the audio seemed a little bit off or distorted a lot more frequently now and started watching the films looking for mistakes. The sounds coming out of the actors' mouths don't perfectly match what is being seen on screen. The jokes also seem to have a little less punch due to the wrong translation and having being read by subtitles.
Gentlemen, from this day forward, you will all refer to me by the name Betty.
But isn't Betty a woman's name?
Picture of the protagonist, Lil Z, from the film. I have met a lot of people in this lifetime who share the same morals and values as him. To put it lightly, they will step on a lot of people's toes and will do whatever it takes to get money. People like this are truly evil. I would try to avoid these types of people at all costs.
Bora, moleque, escolhe.
Diz aí.
Bora, amigo.
No pé ou na mão?
Na mãozinha, né?
Valeu, pequeno.
Characters in this film are left on the streets to fend for themselves, exactly like the culture in Rio de Janeiro. From what I have witnessed in the Bay Area and what I have seen through this film, both of our cultures are based off of money and good communication. Money seems to be the root of all evil, no matter what culture you are in. I know what it feels like to have to save every penny and look for alternative means of saving money. I've never lived in Rio de Janeiro before, but I was born and raised in the Bay Area, which is similar to the city because they are both heavily populated urban environments. The Bay Area is one of the most expensive places in the entire world to live. If you can't afford to pay your rent, then you are going to be living on the streets. A lot of the characters in this film are homeless or barely have a roof over their head. Rio de Janeiro and the Bay Area are similar because they both take a risk every day becoming homeless. Just like the movie The City of God, people in the Bay Area don't always have the right intentions. Crime is at an all-time high, and sometimes I'm afraid to even leave my own house at night. Evil lurks around every corner, no matter if you are in Rio de Janeiro or the city of Oakland, California. No matter how much evil is in this world, I still believe there will always be a little glimmer of hope. Revenge is a temporary solution to heal old wounds that never seem to go away. The postcards that you see don't represent the true identity of the Bay Area, and is commonly misunderstood. Similar to this particular city of Brazil, I bet they both look different than the pictures and postcards compared to actually being there. Cut.